believe you had me get more eggs. I mean, you must have scrambled up a dozen already.
We've got rumors now, remember?
We've got 2 rumors, and one hasn't even moved in yet.
Good morning.
Well, good morning, sleepyhead. I was just about to yell up there and see if you were up.
The sound of bacon frying always does the trick.
Well, get yourself a plate. I've got some bacon and some flapjacks over there.
No, I don't have the time. I want to get there early, make a good impression on my first day.
Kenny, you already started school?
I have to get my job today.
What job?
I'll be putting in 20 hours a week clerking in the law department office.
You mean you're going to school and you have a job, too?
Well, I got a good deal with the financial aid people.
I guess we won't be seeing you around here too much.
Now, is he the kind of breakfast your mom puts on the table? I'll make sure I get up early enough to eat them.
Listen, wait, before you go, I just want to know that, I just want you to know that I'm real impressed with you. You got a lot of determination. I think you're going to make it in this world. Your folks must be real proud.
Oh, well, they worked hard all their lives, too. Listen, I'll catch breakfast next time. Okay. See you later.
Bye, Kenny.
Well, that boy reminds me of someone I knew years ago.
It's a rather pleasant surprise.
Oh, I was hoping it might be.
Well, it's too bad it can't be too long.
Listen, you're not going to brush me off, Evan. I've really got to talk to you.
Well, you know, there's nothing I'd like better than that, but listen, I've got to meet with a freelance photographer.
I did promise I'd work with Sam Fowler's paintings, didn't I?
Yeah, and now you're calling me on the one that I owe you?
Very good, Evan. Listen, it's amazing considering you're not normally at your best in the morning.
Okay, Caroline. I always pay my debts. Let's go there.
Mac.
Oh, hi there, Felicia. It's
Listen,
good to
I'm so
see you.
sorry to barge in like this, but Vivian was going through some mail, and she sort of just motioned me through.
Vivian doesn't stand on ceremony. As a matter of fact, Vivian doesn't stand on much of anything.
She is wonderful. Where did you ever find her, anyway?
Oh, actually, my daughter found her, then fired her, so she was with us when you knew her, but she's been back as Iris's personal maid for Lord knows how long.
Your daughter is here?
Oh, no. She fired her again. So she turned up on our doorstep and, well, she wanted a job.
And so, of course, you took her in. Again.
Yes, she didn't have any place to go. Would you like some coffee?
No.
Well, let's sit down, shall we?
Yes, all right.
I assume you're here about Jamie and Lisa's breakup.
Oh, Jamie and Lisa. I am so heartbroken over that, but no, actually, I'm not. I'm here to ask you about Cass.
What about him?
He's on some kind of a mission for you, isn't he? Something dangerous.
Did he tell you that?
No, not in so many words. Mitch and I sort of got that impression when we were in Atlantic City together.
I see.
Mac, Nicole is frantic. Cass hasn't called her. He hasn't even called me, for that matter. It just isn't like him.
No.
Mac, what is he involved in?
I'm sorry, Felicia. I just can't tell you that.
Can you at least tell me where he is?
I wish I knew.
Mommy, you've been off on another planet ever since Kenny left.
No, not just another planet. Another time. Happier time.
You said that Kenny reminded you of someone.
Yes, he does.
Who?
Reminds me of somebody I was sweet on when I was your age. You gonna help me do these dishes or what?
You were just sweet on this guy?
No, I was crazy in love with him, and that's why I gave you his name.
Oh, I haven't thought about Floyd in a long time.
Yeah, but I never stopped thinking of him.
How old were you when you married him?
I was 17. Floyd was 18. We'd known each other from the cradle. And we just couldn't stand being apart anymore. So we went to the Five and Dime and we bought ourselves a couple of rings. And we ran away.
What did your parents say?
My folks were already dead by then, and Emma was doing her best to raise us younger ones. She must have been glad to have one less mouth to feed. And a big one at that.
Oh, come on, Mama. You've never been much of a talker.
I was a lot different when I was 17.
What did his parents say? I mean, did they object to you getting married?
His daddy'd already left his family. And his mama, she looked at me kind of strange. Like I was taking away the only man in the family. But we had our lives to lead.
How'd you know?
You know what?
That you wanted to marry him. You're the same age as me.
He was different. There was something different about him. He made me feel as if he'd always look out for me. And he would have, too. He would have, you know.
If he hadn't died.
He was killed a few months after we were married. Oh, that war, that stupid war. Floyd never saw his dreams coming true, and we had so many. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, honey. I didn't mean to go on like this.
Mama, it's okay. I'm glad you did. I feel like I know you better.
You know the hard part?
No, what?
Is that after he died, even after all that grief, I kept hoping that I would feel that way for somebody again.
But you haven't?
No, something inside of me came alive when he was there, and when he died, he died. And nothing, nobody has ever been able to bring it back. All right, enough of this. We've got work to do.
Mama, work can wait.
No, now you go on upstairs.
I'm interrupting.
No, not at all. Now, Josie, you go on upstairs and get those linens. I'll be up in a sec.
Are you sure you're okay?
I am fine. Now you go up and strip those beds.
Never been one for timing, you know.
How about some breakfast?
Charlene, I couldn't help but overhear what you were saying.
Look, I've got some flapjacks, I've got some bacon, and I'll be glad
Would you
to
like
do
to
up some
talk about
eggs.
it?
What's the point?
Might help.
No, talking only makes it worse.
Sometimes it has to get worse before it can get better.
Come on, John, what are you suddenly, a psychologist
Hey, come
or
on,
something?
don't take it out on me.
I'm sorry. I know you were in Vietnam, too. You should know what you're talking about, but you never lost anybody you loved.
Charlene, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, but you're wrong on that one. I lost quite a few people that I loved. People that I was standing next to one day and zipping up in a body bag the next. So don't talk to me about losing people.
Wait, John, please.
Charlene, I'm sorry. I didn't know about your husband.
Well, you're as bad as I am.
What do you mean?
Well, you do a real good job of hiding your feelings till somebody hits a nerve.
Yeah, well, some feelings are... It just never gets easier to remember them, you know?
Yeah, you're right. I hate to think we had to go through what we did in order to learn that.
And then some people, like Chris, never learned it. She keeps all of her grief locked up inside, and it twists her around into the kind of a woman I know she never wanted to be.
Come on, you're not saying that I'm running the same risk.
No, not at all. Charlene, you've got Josie and Jason and this farm. It's just that Chris has nothing.
Well, you know, I have wanted to talk to her ever since I found out that we'd been through the same thing.
Why haven't you?
Because I was afraid that I would fall apart.
It might do you some good.
You think so, huh?
After you talk to Chris, you may begin to believe that you got off easy.
How's that?
She opened up to Mary McKinnon and me the other day. Not only did she lose her husband in Vietnam, her infant son was killed there too.
Thanks a lot.
Courtney, can you not hurry these people?
Human Resources has a heavy caseload, Chris.
I need someone to help me with this complaint.
All right. Did you fill out the forms I gave you?
Yes, every damn one of them.
Well, did you mail them in?
No, I took them in person a week ago.
All right. Who did you give them to?
Some clerk behind the front desk.
You didn't talk to anyone?
Well, like who?
There are counselors there to discuss your complaint with, Chris.
Yeah, there's also a line, and I had other things to do that day.
All right. Let me call and see what's going on.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Maybe you can get through.
Sorry, the line is busy.
Courtney, it has been busy all week.
Chris, I know this is hard on you, but you're gonna have to be patient.
Patient? I have to be patient while John Hudson and Jason Frame get away with firing me because I wouldn't go to bed with them.
You know, it's not easy to prove sexual harassment without witnesses.
I wrote down everything that happened in that complaint.
You're gonna need more than your word. You have to have precise notes about your encounters with both men.
I remember everything.
Write them down. Try to line up witnesses, people that might have seen something or overheard the men talking.
Yeah.
That kind of information.
I'm interrupting something. I'm sorry.
What can I do for you, Zach?
Give me a couple minutes of your time.
Well, I can't right now.
Right after lunch then.
I'm having a sandwich sent in, so anytime early afternoon?
That's good. That's great. Good day, Miss McAleer.
Yeah, but my art gallery is going to need loads of publicity, and also the one in Chicago can do with a shot in the arm, too.
Well, you know, Bravo's not exactly a flat publication.
I know, that's why I want it. I mean, it's classy and subtle and
Understated?
yeah, and understated, and also it's so subtle that people can get it. You know what I mean? So what about it, mate?
Well, see, I think I would be stepping out of my territory into editorial.
Yeah, but surely you can pull some strings, can't you?
No, I have to walk a very tight line here while Rachel Coy runs this company.
Oh, well then that's a pity because I'm going to have a lot of trouble finding a space for a certain painter.
Wait, are you blackmailing me?
Hey, no. Come on, no name calling.
Well, I'll tell you what. I do not like to be pressured.
Darling, I know exactly what you like. But I tell you, you're not getting any of that either, unless we come to some sort of an agreement.
Yes, Liz. Yes, I'll be in very soon. Yes, you already told me that. All right, Evan Bates, 2 o'clock, conference room B. See, I've got it. Hi.
Wait, you're busy.
Just a minute. Yeah, no, I want to talk to you. Liz, I'm going to be in. Liz, I'm hanging up now. She's in a panic.
That's news?
She tells me everything 5 times. Sit down.
Wait a minute, don't you have to be getting to the
I
office?
do, but I'm going to take a few minutes out and find out about my son.
Mom, you have been working too hard.
I have no choice.
You look tired.
Thanks a lot.
No, I just thought you might not have noticed.
Well, now that we've established that, what about you?
Turn the tables on me, will you?
Well, I just want to find out about your life.
My life, let's see. Okay, I'm studying hard.
Great.
I am very happy with my professors, especially Dr. Lawton in
Good.
sociology. I'm going out for the tennis team,
Fantastic.
which I told you about at dinner last night.
Oh,
And I just bought a new leather jacket yesterday.
nice.
It's really exciting, huh? My life.
What about Josie?
What about her?
She's still in your life?
Yeah, she's a friend.
That's all?
Mom, a very good friend.
So things are working out.
Mom, I did not come here to talk about Josie.
No, I know. You came to tell me I looked tired.
No. Actually, I came here to tell you about the wedding plans that Felicia's making.
I know that.
Yeah, but you don't know where she's planning to have the wedding.
Where is she planning?
You're never gonna guess.
I don't have time to guess.
The racetrack.
The racetrack?
Mitch and Felicia are getting married at the racetrack. You're kidding.
That's original.
Oh, Mitch, have you been waiting long?
No, I was just going over some contacts.
Listen, I really want to apologize for the delay.
It's no problem.
Well, good. Why don't we just get right to it?
You said it was urgent.
Yes, well, as you know, I've been hired to troubleshoot this company's finances during this takeover crisis.
Rachel told me.
Yeah, now, due to the fact that these enormous legal bills, we have to, well, trim back some cost.
So you're telling me I've been let go?
No, not at all.
And what is it?
You freelance for us,
I prefer it that way.
and you're paid per assignment,
Right.
paid very well.
Well, if I were under contract, it would be even more expensive.
Well, see, that brings me right to this very point. Would you consider going on staff for us instead of freelancing?
Well, I don't know. I've always been a gypsy. I really don't care to be tied down.
Now, I think there would be advantages for you as well as for us.
Well, I can see where there would be some advantages for you. I don't know about for me.
Now, don't reject this offer offhand, please.
No, I'll think about it. I mean, I would like to be of help to Mac and Rachel, especially at this time.
Now, Rachel's already approved it in principle.
I'll let you know in a day or two. Anything else?
Yes, you know, there is something else. Do you know who Carolina Stafford is?
Yeah, she has an art gallery in Chicago.
Well, see, she's thinking of opening up a branch here.
Oh, really?
Why do you sound so surprised?
Well, I would just think that Chicago being so near that why would anybody open a branch gallery in Bay City?
There are a lot of wealthy art collectors here.
Well, I'm sure there are. It's just not my line.
You know what I've been thinking? Is that I think an art gallery opening would make a great feature story for Bravo. Now, would you just take, a couple shots for me and do a rough layout?
Isn't that an editorial decision?
Well, yes, but well, art is a very special interest of mine. So what I'm doing is I'm stepping out of the financial end for the first time.
Oh, now that's very funny. Or maybe it's not funny. Maybe nothing in this whole book is funny or interesting or even grammatically correct. Oh, thank God. Come in. Matthew, honey.
I'm sorry, this is a bad time.
No. This is a perfect time, honey. It keeps me from doing what I've been doing.
You were working.
On my so-called novel.
How's
Yes.
it going?
Slowly and badly.
I bet there's a bestseller
Oh,
in there,
don't
boy.
say that, please. It could jinx it. So, why don't you come in and tell me what's happening in the world outside?
Actually, I can't stay long. I just wanted to talk to my father for a moment.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. He's over at Corey.
Oh, when will he be back?
Well, he could be there all day. He's laying out that presidential campaign that he shot.
Yeah, right. Okay, I'll catch up to him later.
Well, wait a minute. Is there something that I can do?
No. I don't want to bother you or Lisa.
Oh, come on. Don't be ridiculous. You're not bothering me. Now, sit down. Now, what is it? Tell me.
Your niece takes after you, too, huh?
I'm afraid I don't know what that means.
You're psychic.
You must be talking about Jamie, right?
Very psychic.
You worried about him?
I just want to help him get through this hard time, but I do not know what to do.
Honey, I think the only thing you can do is just stand by him. Let him know that you're there if he needs you.
You think that's enough?
I don't know. It's what I'm doing for Lisa, and I like to believe that it's helping.
Well, how is she?
Confused, hurt. She still loves Jamie very much.
Jamie still loves her.
I don't know. Are you sure about that?
Oh, he told me yesterday.
Oh, you've been talking to him about it, huh?
Yeah. He told me how he got Vicky pregnant. And he said he does not want that baby torn between its natural father and whoever Vicky plans to marry. The way he was torn, and so was I.
Is that why you're upset and want to talk to Mitch?
Yes.
Okay. Look, why don't I have him call you when he comes in?
No, I'm going to be in and out of classes all day.
Well, Matthew, why don't you call him then?
No, I do not want to intrude on your lives.
Matthew, now stop this. You are part of our lives. If you want to talk to your father, you just do it. He needs that too.
Mean that?
Yes. Your father is not the best talker in the world, but he really is a terrific listener. I mean, come on, he'd have to be. Puts up with me, doesn't he? All right, you'll call?
Okay.
Okay. Go on, get out of here. Go to class.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Okay, Pumpkin, let's take Humpty Dumpty and go back and get into your crib. And then I can talk business with your mommy, okay? Okay,
Business?
bye.
What business?
Well, that's why I came over. I wanted to talk to you about some things.
You told me it was to come over and see Allie.
Oh, it was. It was for that, too.
Okay, so what's the real reason?
I want to give you an assignment for Brava.
Oh, great. I've been looking for another assignment.
Well, it's not going to be quite as serious as the piece on First Ladies, but I think you'll enjoy it. I want you to cover Felicia and Mitch's wedding.
Well, that isn't going to be very much of a story, is it?
I think it might. They're holding it at a racetrack.
A racetrack? Are you kidding?
No, I'm not, unless Mitch talks her out of it.
Oh, leave it to Felicia to think of something like that.
But I want you to focus on how she got the idea and what it means to her. With Felicia, there's always a story.
When is the wedding?
They haven't set a date yet. I guess it'll have to be when the horses aren't running. Unless, of course, the horses are part of the ceremony.
We'll find out.
You want to do it?
Yeah, oh, I can't wait to get started.
Okay. I think it'll be a good story for Brava, a nice human interest piece. And it'll be very good for Felicia's novels.
Have you talked to Felicia?
No, I thought I'd let you do that as soon as possible.
Sure, I'll get started on it right away. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Now I'm going to call a sitter.
Not Vicky.
No, not Vicky. I'm not going to go through that again with you. I'm going to call Josie. She and Allie have a great thing going.
They've changed their strategy, Mac. The DA is looking for other clues from others that might help strengthen his case against you.
What others?
Amanda to start with.
But Amanda has already been thoroughly questioned, Zach.
Well, apparently they're convinced she's covering to protect you.
Well, I won't have it. Why should the DA keep harassing my family? He's all but got me put away for this already.
Well, in a way, this could be good news, Mac. It means that he's not so sure about how solid his case is.
Yeah, well, I know that better than he does.
What do you mean?
I was talked out of it, or I would have told you immediately.
Told me?
Marston has been spotted. Cass thinks he saw him in Atlantic City.
For God's sakes, Mac, when?
A couple of weeks ago.
Weeks ago?
Cass went back to Atlantic City. Tried to get more proof, witnesses or something. He figured they wouldn't take his word alone for it. But it's been over a week now since anybody heard from Cass, not even Nicole or Felicia. I'm beginning to fear something's happened to him, Zach.
Hello?
Is that you, Amanda? It's Caroline Stafford.
Yes. How are you?
Oh, look, I'm really well. I just wanted to call you and tell you that I am seriously considering representing your husband's work.
You are?
Oh, yes, I am. He's extremely talented.
Well, yes, I know. I mean, I'm really glad that you think so.
Okay. Well, look, I just wanted to touch base, but I want to make sure that I do meet him when he comes back into town, okay?
Oh, he'll be so excited. You know, he calls me every night, but I haven't told him a thing yet. I want him to hear it straight from you.
Oh, look, it'd be a pleasure, okay? I'll tell him.
Well, thank you for calling. It was great news.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Ellie, did you hear that? Fantastic. Yes, it is. And your daddy's fantastic. He's finally going to be able to do just what he loves to do, instead of running off to the office every day. Just to support you and me. Hey, who's that? It's Josie, right on time. Come on in. Yes.
Mrs. Fowler,
You, what are you doing here?
there are a couple of questions that I need to clear up.
Questions about what?
About some contradictory statements about the night Drew Marsden disappeared.
I don't have to answer anything without my lawyer present. So I suggest that you leave. Otherwise, you'll be answering questions from him on violation of my rights.
You had a couple calls. I left them on your spike.
Corey.
Didn't catch what you said, Rick?
Said the high and mighty Corys. I'm so sick and tired of that arrogant family.
Well, you have been pressing that family pretty hard.
It's my job.
You sure seem to enjoy it.
Now, don't you give me a hard time, too.
Well, somebody been coming down on you?
I stopped by Amanda Fowler's to ask a couple of questions to clear things up. She gives me this lecture about her right to legal counsel while being interrogated.
Well, that is the law, Rick.
Yeah, rich man's law. They get protected while the poor get taken for a ride.
Well, maybe, but it's a big no-no for cops to ignore the law.
Great, that's just what I wanted to hear, Courtney.
When you swear to uphold the law, that's what you do, whether you agree with it or not. Ah, and speaking of the law, hello, counselor.
Am I early? Late?
You're perfect.
Listen, Zach, you wise up your clients or they'll be in even deeper trouble, all right?
What was all that about?
You're gonna have to talk to Rick. The Corey case is his now.
What happened to you?
I've been reassigned. We are overloaded or running on empty.
Well, Rick's a rookie. And besides, this case involves one of the most prominent families in Bay City.
Mine is not to reason why.
What is going on with this department?
All I know is what I read on the bulletin board.
Well, look, I'll ask around. Look, besides, I didn't come over here to talk about the Marston case.
What else?
Chris McAleer. I know you're helping her.
She needs help.
In more ways than one. She's a very disturbed woman, Courtney.
Is that going to be your defense, counselor?
That's the truth.
The truth is, here's a woman who is willing to risk abusive questioning because she won't accept sexual harassment as a common part of her working
I'm
hours.
telling you, she's a deeply disturbed woman. She needs psychiatric help.
No, counselor, what she needs is a lawyer, and I see that I'm going to have to get her one. Yes?
Do you have a minute?
Oh, yes, I'd like to take 5, actually, and rest.
I've got some contacts I wanted you to see. Presidential campaign coverage.
Yeah. Where's... I've got to rest my eyes.
No hurry.
Actually, I'm glad you came in. I was talking to Matthew.
What's he done?
No, it's what you're doing. I understand you and Felicia are planning a fabulous wedding.
Fabulous.
I'm putting Amanda on it.
What do you mean you're putting Amanda on it? You mean
thought
you're
it-
doing a story?
Thought it would be good for Bravo.
Oh, wait a minute. Please,
I know,
please rethink this.
I know. You don't like to be in the limelight.
Well, then, you can kill the story.
Yeah, I could, but I'm not going to. You're marrying a celebrity. And she's got lots of fans who are very interested in all of the unusual things she does. And on top of that, Corey Publishing handles Felicia's books.
Okay. At least for our wedding day, I'm in her orbit.
Uh-huh.
In the meantime, let me know what you think of the proofs.
Okay.
Oh, I almost forgot something. Evan asked me about an assignment.
What kind of an assignment?
The coverage of an art gallery opening.
Why is Evan handing out assignments to you?
Well, I don't know. That's why I thought I would ask you and check with you first.
Absolutely. Okay, I'll check with him and get back to you.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi, Daddy. I hope I didn't take you away from anything important.
You are what's important. Your family. Everything else is a very poor second. You sounded upset. What's wrong, Amanda?
Well, that policeman, Detective Graham, stopped by again today to ask me more questions about Marston.
Not already.
What do you mean already?
Zach told me this morning they might question you again.
I didn't think I'd have to answer any questions until the trial.
I hope he wasn't too hard on you, sweetheart.
No, actually, I think I was pretty hard on him. I told him I wasn't about to answer any questions without my lawyer present.
Good for you.
And then I told him to leave. I think he was a little surprised about that one. But he did it.
So, they've started their new strategy.
What new strategy?
Amanda, they're gonna try to wear you down. They're gonna try to get you to point the finger at me.
I would never do that.
They'll try to trick you, confuse you. So be very careful, even with a lawyer present.
Do I have to answer questions at all?
Well, for the time being, we'll just try to stall them until Zach finds some legal basis to cut it off.
Why is this happening?
Darling, it's all a hideous mistake. But nothing is going to hurt you or little Allie. Nothing. I'll make sure of that.
I love you, Daddy. Hey, did Mom tell you what my new assignment is?
No. What are you up to?
Well, Mitch and Felicia are getting married at a racetrack.
You mean a regular track where horses run?
That's what I mean.
Oh, leave it to Felicia. That woman has a style all her own.
And I hope I'm going to capture that in my article.
You'll do it brilliantly.
There she goes. Hey, cutie. Look who's here.
Yes.
It's Grandpa.
Yes, did you hear her say my name? I'm sure part of that was my name. Yes, you knew your grandpa was here, didn't you? Didn't you know your grandpa was here? Yes. Oh, you're so happy to see me, aren't you? I can see it in your eyes. Yes, you are. Yes, that's it, sweet. Oh, feels so good. I'll tell you, when that tiny hand reaches out and takes hold of your finger...
Tell you what, they don't go grandpas any prouder than you, Mac.
Oh, I know I do. Go on. She's really exceptional. When you...
Oh, good. You're both here. Hi, darling.
Good.
You ready?
Yes. Why don't we have the meeting inside instead of the conference room?
Okay. Evan, I have a bone to pick with you.
A bone?
Later.
Okay. Okay, the reason that I called this conference is I think there's certain issues that you both should be aware of.
More bad news?
I'm afraid so.
I was hoping you'd have something good for us.
I'm sorry.
I was hoping that Cass would be back with Marston in tow.
Well, there's no word from him or anything.
Nobody's heard anything from Kath?
None.
Nicole and Felicia are never going to speak to me again if anything happens to him.
Now, wait a second. Now, back up. Now, you remember that Cass volunteered. Now, from what I hear, he's a pretty savvy operator, and the smart money says he's going to come out just fine. But speaking of money...
Now, for the really bad news?
It's not good. You see, we have a cash flow problem.
Well, that's not news.
Well, it's due to overstaffing and duplication of position.
I intended to expand. I overstaffed in anticipation of that.
Well, we can correct that. But there's something else that has come up. It seems that there's been a sudden surge in stock transfers, which indicates that someone has been stockpiling Corey's stock.
Bennett Publishing again.
It's probably Marston pulling the strings.
Damn Bennett Publishing. We've got to prove that Marston is behind this.
Okay, how are you going to do that?
Well, we know that Marston faked his death. And if he's behind these stock transfers, then there must be some way of tracing that, right? And once we've done that, we can just dump it on the DA's desk.
He'll have to drop the case.
Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna get on it right away.
Yes, and stay on it. Stay on it until we get what we need to end this thing.
Okay.
It's open.
Busy?
Hey, Zach. Yeah, listen, I'm so busy, I'm gonna have to give the bookkeeper a raise. Fortunately for our company, I happen to be the bookkeeper.
Well, I'm only going to be a minute. I just wanted to bring you up to date on the Chris McAleer complaint.
You know something new?
Well, I was kind of hoping I could get my friend Courtney to talk her into dropping it.
No luck, huh?
Well, Courtney's pretty militant when it comes to men harassing women on the workplace.
But there was no harassment
Yeah,
here,
I know, but the point is Chris is being encouraged to move ahead.
Courtney is a cop. She's supposed to have a good sense of people. Can't she see that Chris is irrational?
Well, maybe she's less irrational around women.
Oh, that could be. I don't know. I never thought of that.
Well, she's certainly got Courtney 100% behind her. In fact, she's even talking about finding her a lawyer. It could turn out we're going to be in one tough legal battle, old buddy.
Hi.
Oh, do you have a minute?
Yes, I always have a minute for you. Now, have I done something or said something I shouldn't have?
You were hired as a financial analyst, is that correct?
Yes, of course.
Well, then why are you getting yourself involved in editorial matters?
Did I do that?
You handed out a photo assignment to Mitch Blake?
Which assignment are you talking about?
Some gallery opening?
Oh, that! That must have been, he must have misunderstood. That was a personal request, not a business one. She's a friend of mine, the gallery owner. It has nothing to do with Bravo.
Well, I'm relieved to hear
Now,
that.
I will apologize for that misunderstanding to you, and I will straighten it out with Mitch. I mean, you have more than enough to do instead of dealing with some little misunderstanding.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm. Messages.
Mom. Mom, have you seen Mitch? He's not in his office.
Honey, check the dark room.
No, I did. He's not there.
Okay, fine. This one too, okay? Come on in. I'll get somebody to trace him for you. Is this urgent?
I just wanted to ask him about this little talk you had with Jamie.
What talk was that?
Well, according to Jamie, they really had a heart-to-heart.
Really?
I told Jamie not to lose out on raising his child. Like Mitch lost out on raising me.
Norma, would you find Mitch Blake for me, please, and tell him I need to see him right away? Thank you.
You got my message.
Yeah? It sounded important.
It is important. Please, come in.
Where's John?
I don't want you to worry about John or Jason. They're both gone, and they won't be back till much later. Please, sit down.
What's this all about, Charlene?
It's about us, that's all.
About you and me?
Yeah. I understand we have a lot in common.
I don't think so.
Well, now, we can't be too sure of that, can we? We don't know each other well enough. Vietnam made widows out of both of us, Chris.
You too? Your husband?
A couple of months after we were married. Gone, just like yours.
Charlene, why didn't you tell me before?
Because I was waiting for the right time. See, that's the story of my life. I'm always waiting for the right time.
But you seem okay.
I've survived, if that's what you're talking about.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, see what you have. And it will get better.
Oh, no. Not for me. You see, I have been in hell for too many years. And that's where I'm staying.
No, Chris, no.
My baby. My husband.
I know.
You know about my little boy? John told you. Oh, God.
Come on, you see, we are lucky we have each other.
Oh, Charlene.
I just ran into Matthew. He said that you wanted to see me right away. Something
How
wrong?
dare you presume to tell my son who he should marry?
I didn't tell your son any such thing.
You advised him to stay with Vicky on account of the baby?
I did not.
Yes, you did. And you have overstepped your bounds. I'm his mother. I wouldn't even do that.
Oh, just calm down.
Don't patronize me,
I'm not patronizing you. Just listen to me. All I said to Jamie was what I believe.
You didn't have to say that.
I've got no influence over Jamie. He's a big boy. He'll make up his own mind.
Yes, you bet he will.
All I tried to tell him was about some of the pain, some of the hurt, and some of the guilt. You know, a father can hurt a child, just like I hurt Matthew. And that's exactly what'll happen if Vicky raises a child without its father.